Today's movement and breath practice is focused on supporting you to clear blocks and transform core wounds in your relationship with personal power. So this often shows up for a lot of women in their solar plexus, which is the third chakra located below the rib cage above the navel. I'm Christelle Arcucci, the founder of the Soul Purpose Network, and today I'm excited to share with you how to clear and transform this common block that women experience in relationship to power. So I'm going to step back so you can just see me more easily. I invite you to do this with me. Although it's a very short practice, it's amazing how little short practices done throughout the day can create incredible transformation. So I'm going to step back. All right, so here is the solar plexus. It is below the curve of the rib cage and above your navel. This is a common place that this block is held, that we relate in a way to personal power in a common drama triangle, which is the victim, the perpetrator, or the rescuer. And that most relationships unconsciously or consciously relate in this way. The victim is the one that gives their power away. The perpetrator is the one that takes power over. The rescuer is the one that swoops in to save the day. And so takes power, but in a way that seems good. Yet relating in this dynamic is not an interdependent way of relating. So we can do this with other people. We can also do this with ourselves. Like our inner bully can be just pounding on the inner victim. So this happens in real life in relating to other people, but it also can happen within ourselves. This practice will support you in shifting it in all ways. So this power center, we can begin to loosen up the energy there by what is called a breath of fire. So all of these practices, be sure to be listening to your body and how much you can be doing this. So a way to loosen up the energy there is to do a ha breath. Ha, 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 ha. It can make you lightheaded, so if you're not familiar with it, do it gently and slowly at first. Place your hands here on the solar plexus. You could also place one hand on the front, one hand on the back if that feels good for this shoulder, which I'm a little bit sore from my workouts, but it feels like a good stretch for me. So we'll begin with a few rounds. Ha, 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 ha. You can create the sound, or you can just let a powerful exhale. So it's a quick inhale, powerful exhale. So it begins to stoke the fire of this power center so we can be in our personal power and relate to people in a way that's a power with dynamic. So if you're joining me, feel free to post comments and questions below. I can't see them from here, but I definitely will address them after the video. So here we're doing the ha, 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 ha. You can do this for just a few breaths if this is new to you. If you're more experienced with this practice, you can do it several rounds, like up to a minute or two, to stoke the fire, to clear what's blocked here. Another practice that I like to do, and honestly, I walk around my place like this sometimes when I'm just trying to get to one room to the other, which I'm on a wood floor and I have slippers on. So it's just a gentle twist. So I'm moving through my feet. If you don't have wood floor and socks on, you can just keep your feet stable and gently move your upper body. So as you see that I'm doing that, it's creating this ringing effect in this part of my torso. So here my feet are stable, my legs are straight but not locked, and then I'm gently turning my body side to side. This you're more likely to get dizzy doing because of course my head is turning. You could stabilize your head if you like, or what I like to do when I'm walking around is I just twist my lower body. So both are a little bit different, but they create this ringing effect in this part of the body. It also tones the muscles, but it gives an opportunity to loosen up the muscles around this part of our torso. In this practice, we're not only working with the energy body, but we're also working with the physical body. Because for me, when we work on all levels, mental, physical, energetic, spiritual, that's where the most powerful shifts and transformations happen. So waking up this part with your breath, waking it up by touching it, waking it up by twisting, then come into a place of a stance of power. So your feet a little bit wider than your hips, toes pointed straight ahead. Then making a declaration of how you are utilizing your power. So the triangle that I spoke about is common in psychology, the victim, perpetrator, and rescuer. And ideally, we just don't want to relate on that level. We want to come into relationships where we're power with somebody, whether instead of giving our power away or taking somebody else's power or rescuing them. So in this way, we're looking to be in relationship with ourselves and our loved ones and community and the world in a power with dynamic. So with your hands on your solar plexus, you can make a power statement that ideally feels true for you, which is different than an affirmation. I engage in my relationship with power in a power with dynamic, with myself, my community, and my loved ones. So I'll say that more slowly so you can repeat it with me. Make sure you change it if you need to. I like to move my hands around to wake up this part of my body, give it some love. I engage in power with relationships. I use my power in service to the greater good of all beings. I engage my power in a way that serves and supports the greater good of all beings, including myself. Because the truth is, sometimes we are our greatest critic. We are the most hard on ourselves. And that's a way where we're taking power from ourselves and not being on our own team. So I hope this video was helpful for you to help shift our relationship with power. Power can be used as a force of good in the world, and of course it can be used as a force of destruction in the world. So those of us who are on a path of consciousness, I encourage you to transform your relationship with power so you can use your power as a force of good in the world. Cristela Cucci signing off, and please feel free to comment, like, and share this video, and stay tuned for more videos that will support you to clear blocks and transform core wounds in order to give you greater freedom and enjoyment in your life. See you soon.